Clear takeoff, 27 left. American 95 rolling. $80 knots. All the lights are on. Yeah. Oh, hello. Double bubble. Bring out the big guns. Concorde does look clean, but look at that bloody set of steps, man. That set of steps has been there, oh, I'm gonna say a year now. I'm gonna say a year, basically. Just left there, abandoned. And when you look at it from any angle on the road there, it's right in front of the nose of Concorde. It just, I don't know. No imagination, no care, or got so much heritage sitting right there in it, eh? The provenance of our beautiful Concorde, slung in a corner. Whatever. Blimey, I'm gonna have to go up another notch on my hat. Well, I can't. Has my head shrunk? Run away! I'll just say a quick hello. Hello. No, only joking. How you doing, folks? Hope you're well. Happy Sunday. Hope you've all had, well, I mean, some of you have had bits of Sunday, some of you are through your Sunday, some of you are starting your Sunday. But whatever you're doing, I hope you're doing it well, and happiness is within you. So let's sit back for another 4 hours or so and watch some aeroplanes. They are on 27 left departures right now, but what's coming up? In another 25 minutes, the switchover, you got it. So they'll be coming in on this runway. It's a little bit blustery, I've got to be honest with you, so we might see a couple of sketchy arrivals. I have just flown from London Heathrow 27 left to Amsterdam Schiphol, and I absolutely nailed it. I honestly did, folks. I've got to be honest with you, I absolutely nailed it. Right down, all the approach profile and everything was absolutely perfect. Got me speeds right, got me everything. The only thing was that the turn into runway 27, which is the McDonald's runway, the turn was really tight. It was like that. So I sort of like went out a little bit and flew round and connected it, but as I came round, it automatically connected with the ILS. And all the dots were in line and everything. It was just perfect. I know you're going, yeah, sure it was, just because we weren't watching, but trust me, I did. It's the last I'm going to say of it, but whatever. It's just right. Couple of big heavy hitters coming out there. Roger Slater, did you hear about the story of the Saudi 787 parked over by the cargo stands? A cleaning lorry drove straight into the fuselage and split the fuselage. That's a write-off, mate. That's a write-off. Oh, that's it there? That's why that's down there. Oh my God, no, you're joking. That's why that's down there. Oh my goodness me. A cleaning lorry. A cleaning lorry. As in, what cleaning, for cleaning what? Cleaning aircraft? I mean, I didn't think there was such a thing. I mean, you know, they kind of like, they use the de-icing units, don't they? Just as a sort of like, as a double, you know, they double up with the ice cream, with the de-icing vehicles. Wow, but even so, whatever, so it's punctured the fuselage. I don't think that's repairable. I mean, I know that, I think that's kind of, depends on the damage really, doesn't it? I mean, I've seen carbon fibre components that have been fixed. Look at the poor little 320 that's stuck in between these two fellas, look. Will someone let me out? Oh, blimey. No, it isn't the last, Jerry Scropey saying. It isn't the last what? No, it isn't the last. Yeah, I don't know, man. I've been talking about that. Even someone who's a member on Big Jet TV who works airside at London Heathrow has tried to put the word across to somebody. Just wheel them out the way, for God's sake. Just put them over somewhere else. It's easy, isn't it? It's not a massive job. Are they just lazy, can't be bothered to do it, or? Wow, I'll tell you what though, I did read about a Delta flight, which, oh wow, look at the bank on that, man. Excuse me. It just seems that every time there's a sort of incident, regardless of its severity, it seems to make that even made BBC News, didn't it, that Delta 330 with its inverted commas cracked windshield. It wasn't, I don't think, it may have been, but they turned back. It may have just been a pressure problem. Anyway, we're not going to go back to that. So it's a cleaning lorry. I don't quite understand the cleaning lorry thing. When we talk about a cleaning lorry, see that down there? That's a de-icing rig, yeah? But they also double up and use them for cleaning, washing the aircraft. I don't quite, I need a bit more information on cleaning lorry. Maybe he already has done. Roger Slater, the cleaning high lift lorry when the service inside the cabin with blankets, and when they service, oh okay, the one that goes up on the I've gotcha, yeah, it's not a physical cleaning lorry, it's it's the vehicle that they use that goes up on an X lift or a K lift, as some call it. I know what you're saying now, Roger, thank you. Yeah, and that's a pretty. What the hell was he doing or she doing, driving something so enormous, so close to a? Or were they going to service it and it just it sort of like went in a little bit too quick? Because obviously there are procedures when they bring the vehicle up to the side of the aircraft, especially with the with these, you know, plastic aeroplanes, you know, the carbon jets. I remember reading an article about. Actually, no, it was a discussion that I was having with somebody about the A350 freighter, and actually, it was a discussion I was having with a UPS 747 captain in Louisville. In the airport when I was on my way out, and he was mentioning about the fact that UPS may not go with the 350 freighter because it's carbon, and because these freighters, if you look at some of the jumbos, he said, we've got a jumbo, he said, with UPS, it's so old that it's got multiple patches on it where service vehicles have literally dinked into them. Of course, that's all repairable with an alloy skin, but with a carbon fuselage or carbon component, it depends on where the impact it is and how severe the split is. Splitter! Oh, okay. Sean, who's a subby, saying the Saudi was cut about 1 metre into the body by the anti-fall rails. Bloody hell, man. That's a major incident, isn't it? Saudi are going to be suing Heathrow for that, you know. That's Heathrow ground who are going to be responsible for that. Actually, they won't sue Heathrow, they'll sue the handling agent. Oh my goodness me. Who handles Saudi at Heathrow, GP? Can you look that up quick? Crazy, 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 crazy. Rohit, he pressed the accelerator instead of the brakes meters from the plane. Oh my God, that's a fast impact then, isn't it? Oh my God, so that's got to be a rookie driver, surely. How can you accidentally push the accelerator instead of the brakes? I wonder which side it was on. About a meter. I mean, if it's punctured through the carbon and gone into the cabin, so to speak, I think that's a write-off. I think that's a hull write-off. Do you remember the Dreamliner that was here, and it had the batteries, it caught a light due to the batteries, one of the early Dreamliners. I think it was, I don't know which airline it was, but they basically kept it here and they repaired it. Boeing repaired it, even though it was supposed to be a write-off. What's that, GP? Oh, sorry, mate. That's because I haven't got the headset on. Stand by, stand by, stand by, stand by. It's all right. It's okay. ABM, Steve Hinch saying. Golf Air. Steve Hinch saying ABM. Oh, what's he doing? Is he stuck? Why is he? What are you doing, mate? Are you stuck? You all right there, son? Yeah, nice and easy, nice and easy. Oh. That's a tiller steer, that is, isn't it? Wow, John Atkinson saying this Emirates jet is the last 380 ever built. Wow. Look at the smoke pouring out of those engines. It's crazy. Okay, well, okay, fair enough. Boeing will develop a repair program for it. It's going to cost a bleeding fortune because they'll have to repair it here, obviously. So they'll have to call engineers in from the US, from Boeing, specialists who will. I mean, you can't patch it. I've seen repairs to carbon before, but on racing cars and stuff like that, that don't go through a tremendous amount of pressure, if you see what I mean. When you're talking about a hull that is, I mean, one saving grace may be that if it's punctured through into the cargo compartment, I can't think it would have done. If it's below the cabin, then that particular part is not pressurised, isn't it? So makes it a little bit easier, I guess. Are we going to get a funky shot with 2 380s here? So you can't hear me at all now, Jilly? Oh my God, this is hilarious. This is hilarious. Stand by. It's that bloody earpiece in it. Copy? There you go. I gotcha. Yeah, it was just that bloody earpiece, that owl's earpiece was connected. You could probably just hear rustling. Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that turn, man. Oh wow, Roger, thank you. Apparently Roger has sent us photographs of the Saudi jet. I mean, regardless of what anyone says, oh, it won't be a write-off and all that sort of thing, that aircraft's going to be on ground for a long, long time, man. Like I said, that one that went up in flames because of the batteries in the early days, if you remember, the 787 program had some serious issues with the electrical systems. Now there won't be any major components being delivered. I mean, I'm just looking at it from an engineering standpoint. If you puncture something like that, if it is a non-pressurized part of the aircraft, and as long as it is not a load-bearing area, because you need to consider that as well, if it's load-bearing, if it's near one of the ribs, or if it's damaged one of the ribs, there are all sorts of things to consider. The guy that said it won't be a write-off, Boeing will send a repair, will put a repair program in place. I'm imagining, as you know, you're someone from Boeing, I'd imagine, or a specialist repair individual. I don't know, but yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, won't we? I mean, there hasn't been really that much. I can't recall an incident with either a Dreamliner or an A350 where the hull has been damaged. Put it this way, in an F1 car, if you puncture the hull of an F1 car, it's a write-off. You've got to replace the hull, the tub as they call it. So that's why I'm saying that something as extensive as a full-on puncture, there are components that you can repair, like non-critical components. What, like Vegas, Karina? What happened in Vegas? Now, if you're talking about the 777 that had the fire, that's a completely different scenario altogether. That was a relatively straightforward repair in terms of manufacturing the skin and component, they had to cut the component out and replace it, which is a bit like converting an aircraft into a freighter. You basically cut into the hull, you cut through the ribs, and you fabricate a new component and put it straight back in. But in terms of this, I think the one you're talking about with Vegas is nothing like what we're talking about here. This is a carbon hull. So whether it can be done. Oh, it was the Ethiopian 787. There we go, Nick Blacko. Thank you. The fire burnt through the roof of the aircraft, and Boeing repaired it. Will be expensive and time-consuming. Yes. Wow, burnt through the roof of the aircraft. So that was a cabin issue. So they, wow, fair play. Okay, well then in that case, if they're able to do that, then they will be able to repair this. Yeah, this guy Nick Blacko has just said. It was Ethiopian, the one over here, wasn't it? It was here for ages. Rambo 88 tuning in from Albania. Good day to you, Rambo. Work going on with that 787 down there. I wonder if it's there's a lift for APU inspection, I'm guessing. So that's the aircraft down there that was damaged. So if it would be around one of the doors, wouldn't it? Have you seen the pictures, Jilly? Have you seen the pictures? Which side is it on? Left or right? Oh, flipping neck! Oh, okay, so it's the other side, right? Okay. Bloody hell. Excuse me, folks, sorry. Left rear cargo door, Carmen 2020, thank you. Rohit Park on left side, aft, okay. Cargo door. Cargo door? Wait a minute. Is it the cargo door that was damaged? Or is it the hull? The fuselage? Oh, it is, okay. Okay, I gotcha, yeah. Derek Redwood, she's stuck out there in the elements because she is. I personally would have integrated her within the Terminal 5 design, although I think the Terminal 5 design came before the retirement of the Concorde. Did it? No. Did it or didn't it? Let me have a think about this. Carmen saying simple flying is giving details, okay. Well, I did wonder why that jet was down there. You remember the other day, Jilly, when we were doing the drive around now? And I said, why is that jet parked down at the bread bin? Because it was where the Sultan's aircraft was, wasn't it, or something like that? The 767. Oh yes, that's right, yes. Thank you, Chad. Steve Ashton. Sorry, mate. I think that might be the last arrival on 27 right. Oh no, there is just one more to come. This is the last departure. Oh, Leslie, sorry, I just burst. Leslie's now deaf. Sorry, Leslie. Christopher, what a lovely day to be flying. Well, it is for the birds, yeah. Bruno tuning in from Paris. Viva Airbus. Yes, yes. So I read this article, well, story. Let me tell you a story. This is it here, isn't it? Bloody nightmare. Nightmare for the customers, man. Oh, mate, sod off, will ya? Bloody ads on Google, man. And now it's gone, isn't it? Let me just see if it's Delta delay leaves passengers stranded. Let's just have a look and see. That was it. That's it. I found it. More than 200 Delta passengers found themselves unexpectedly stranded at a hotel in Italy that couldn't accommodate them all. And you know something else I found out that's quite interesting. People, I'm now aware that there have been incidents of bailiffs, seriously, bailiffs turning up at airlines and threatening to seize their aircraft. Literally bailiffs, you know, because of the airlines not paying the compensation that the airline was supposed to give them after they were found guilty of either negligence or whatever it was. So watch out, all you operators out there, because the bailiffs are going to come knocking on your door. They started literally, there was an airline that actually, one operator cancelled a flight because they were too concerned that the bailiffs were going to come and take their aeroplane from them. But this is quite an interesting story here. Mind that! But chaos erupts after Atlanta flight cancellation leaves passengers stranded with scarce accommodation. Listen to this. Imagine being among 200 tired travellers dealing with a flight cancellation, then bust to a hotel only to find that just 13 rooms were available. That's not a hypothetical scenario, it's the chaotic reality Delta passengers faced in Atlanta recently. What started as a flight cancellation quickly spiralled into a desperate scramble for a bed, leaving hundreds stranded out in the parking lot with virtually nowhere to go. So that was all part of that, and that is a crazy story, isn't it? And Delta, who I don't know if they were available for comment, but I think they were told, they quoted that we did all we could, you know, but it's terrible, isn't it? Right, we are now on arrivals, folks. So there is London over there in the distance, old London town. See there's some iconic, there's the post office tower, looking rather resplendent. I think just there is the Shard. What an absolute shard! just obscured a little bit. There she is in the distance there. Tallest building in Europe, is it? I don't know, something like that. Delta put everyone on a couple of buses. They dropped everyone at the hotel. The user wrote in the video overlay, and at 13 rooms that Delta booked, 200 people isn't enough. Who would have thought? Yes, absolutely crazy. So obviously a big compensation package coming Delta's way, but who knows how that's all going to play out. But I'm hearing all sorts of stories about people suing airlines for non-payment of compensation, and it actually works out worse in the end for the airline, for the operator, because they have to pay court costs and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, just pay it, mate. Pay it. Just get it done and pay it. Lots of blue flashing lights then. Look in a bit of a hurry heading towards T5. Matt Jones saying. David Bone, I once got stranded at Palma Airport in a dress, but that was a stag weekend. Oh, okay, so only himself to blame. Okay, there we go. So, here we go then, folks. Minimums. See, they are struggling a little bit. First, into the box, Finnair. Now I want to do a sim challenge and hopefully simulate the 777 with the loss of both engines on short finals. I think it was about 30 seconds before the touchdown. And it was on this runway. Yeah, I think we're going to see a little bit of that floating activity during today's show. Yeah, she was sort of at the point where, shut up! Bloody outlaw those things, mate, I'm telling you. Disgusting. People complain about bloody aeroplanes. What about that? Still hear it. I think airlines will try and delay it as long as they can. So just about now, I think the BA jet called for extra power with the auto throttles, and nothing happened. And at that moment, the captain reduced the flap by one setting, and that gave him an extra bit of glide to get him over the line. Otherwise, he would have been walloped straight down in all that stuff there. But as it was, that's about where he touched down. Very, very lucky. All the passengers on that aircraft luckily walking away. A few minor injuries and stuff, but Turkish bringing quite an old jet in today. Quite interesting, isn't it? Well, I've seen the episode mark bar, but I'm just sort of like giving people who've watched the air crash investigation on that BA 777, I'm just kind of giving them a geographical reference as to the exact position where we are, which is that position right there, which is the guidance system. Raptor X, 14 years old, that 330-300. Oh, there's somebody on the chat who saw me saw us at Taipei, Jilly. Yo, how you doing, mate? Great to meet all you lovely people out there in Taipei, man. I'm guessing that's one of the group of photographers there. Not at the paddock today, obviously. Jez White. I did mention it in the post yesterday when we put the post out. Oh, Neil is on that Dreamliner. Neil Guy, isn't it? Is it Guy? Is he on the left side or? Oh, okay, so he's on the other side. Right. On to the side. Jono. No, I haven't read the book on the pilot. Mate, that's going to be a go around. That's got to be a go around. If it isn't, that's limey. Fair play. Etihad still halfway across the runway. I'm surprised that's not a go around. Still got his tail on the runway. Wow. Okay. Monitoring it, obviously. Captain's like standby. Okay, we're good. But that was pretty nip and tuck. Have a look at this. Christopher, always refreshing to wake up and watch your show. That's fantastic, Christopher. I'm glad we can fill your morning with delight. Okay, Tom Haynes, thank you, Tom. Remember, London Heathrow can issue a land after clearance. The runway doesn't necessarily have to be fully clear. I'm guessing it's also discrepancy of the pilots, really, at the end of the day, isn't it? It's all down to the, unless there's, you know, something on the runway that they're unaware of, then ATC will obviously give the command to go around. But in terms of you know, normally it's usually down to the discrepancy of the pilots, or at least the captain. Well, captain and first officer these days. In the old days, of course, because of seniority, it would have obviously had to have been the captain. But then, of course, they changed all that, which is a good thing. Kelvin Grant, Andy Toupé. The nose skipped on the BA, thrust from the other aircraft, question mark. I didn't notice that. Sorry, Andy Toupé. Passenger 747-8, 2 hours and 43 aviation, 2 hours 43 out aviation in 4K. Thank you. Yes, we do have a. I'm going to jump on my. If you're new to this channel, folks, or if you're maybe new to Flight Radar, there is an app that you can download on your device, which is called. Wow, who's that? Christopher. Wow. 24 years with the Air Force and then with Alaska. Wow. It's great to have you on board, sir. Wow, a little bit squirrely there. What was I talking about? Yes, the 747-8 that's gracing us with her presence today, ladies and gents. Air China 747-8. Now, here's a funny thing. Well, you're not going to laugh, but if you wander into Terminal 5 and go through security, and once you're through security, you will probably see, and this has been there for ages, this Air China advertising hoarding thing. Only one of the small ones, but it shows the 747-8. They did that down at Gatwick on a big hoarding for quite some time, but they've never got rid of it, which I found quite interesting. But yeah, we're not 100% sure, because this 747 that is inbound is under a normal flight number. Somebody mentioned, was it Roger who mentioned it, Gilly, in terms of the possibly being part of a delegation? No. Okay, somebody on Twitter saying it. Well, I'm not sure about that, because the aircraft is on a scheduled flight number, so it's not like it's a diplomatic aircraft carrying delegates and all that kind of stuff. This is Aeromexico 787 Dreamliner. Check out the flaperons. See the flaperons moving behind the 3-degree glide slope at London Heathrow. Kind of the same, more or less, everywhere in the world. The angle of the glide slope. Some, like London City, are more severe depending on which runway you're approaching on. But in general, there is a general descent of every airport has its own descent profile from the when you're on the final leg of the approach, or on the localizer. Captain Lego. In DC, we get Air China 747-8s every Tuesday and Saturday. Our jumbo is currently about to pass south of Tallinn. I'm sure Jerry knows where that is. Oh yes, of course I do. I'm going to say Turkey. I'm going to say that's Turkey. No? All right. Royal Jordanian Raptrix. Thank you. Estonia. Chris Clark. Thanks, mate. All Rab saying you need to try Lugano in the sim. I will. That's what it's all about. That's why it's called the Sim Challenge, isn't it? Easy, son. Easy there. Nice. See how the elevators pitch up to stop the nose from literally dropping quick. Paul Skilling loving the Royal Jordanian livery lowlander. Estonia, Aaron Thomas, and the 747 is over. Steph Bird, 7 degrees. Yeah, that's pretty steep, isn't it, man? We'll have a go at that. Yes, what app were you going to remember? Recommend Brett from Delta. Yes, Brett. Flight Radar 24. I'm sure that most of the people who watch aviation will probably know about it, but it's our official go-to app. There are others available, but really, to be honest with you, we run these guys and they're great. The fellas that the guys, ladies and gentlemen, who run Flight Radar 24. I've met them before, and they're good people to communicate with. And basically, it's an app that you can download on your phone. It's known globally as a tracking app, flight tracking app, but just it does other stuff as well. If you download it, make sure you sort of like have a look around it, have a browse around it, because you can do all sorts of crazy things with it. But basically, if you've got a flight that you want to track, it's simple. You go into the app, in the search bar at the top, you just put the flight number in there, and then it'll give you the option of going to the live map feed on there, and you can literally track it all the way. Or you can do 3D augmentation. Is it 3D augmentation? I think. And there it is. Gilly's just pinged it, folk. Pinned it. If you fancy checking it out, we'll get it to #1, no doubt about it. That's one of the challenges that we have. Karina loves Flight Radar 24. Got the business one. Fantastic app. Yeah. Oh, it's Chinese, possibly Chinese president, is it? Okay. Yes, Steph, I've got that as well. It might, mind you, it stopped doing it recently. The ping up when it tells me welcome to Heathrow and all that. Jilly didn't do it when I was in Taipei. I haven't had that for a little while. No. Oh yeah. Okay. Susie Q. It is super accurate. Yeah, it is. It's not one of those, daft apps. There is a free version, and that is perfect for anybody who's sort of like a beginner with Flight Radar 24. But once you get into it, it's definitely one of those ones that, you look up in the sky, open your app, and you're like, wow, what's that? And then you open it. I mean, obviously, I have my app constantly filtered for Heathrow at the moment, but if you don't have any filters on it and you see an aircraft right above you, you can go into your app and you can find it. You can find out where it's come from, where it's going to, what altitude it's at, what speed it's at. Chris Clark sent a Big Jet TV membership. Thanks, mate. I think they're about 100 now, and then depending on what call out they want, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, retard, 5, retard. Bang on come the reversers, mate. The panels that you see coming up on the wing, best way to describe it for those who are unaware, but those panels that you see coming up on the wing, they're basically there are sensors on the undercarriage, which is even when the wheels start turning, literally as they start to spin, there are sensors that automatically bring those what are known as ground spoilers into effect. So it's another form of braking the aircraft. They don't actually need the reverses in conditions like these, depending on the or it would be idle reverse. Generally, the BA jets don't really use any major amount of reverse because they just bring the aircraft down to T5 from there, just roll it out, sir. That's starting up. Oh, maybe I've toggled it off, yeah. Did I tell it to toggle off? Possibly. Yeah, so how about that? Steve Owen, as a member, who would I book flights and hotels with if I wanted to travel to see one of your overseas streams? I'd do everything, Steve. I would do everything through Booking.com. Regardless of where you're going, what you're doing, Booking.com is generally what Jilly uses. That's her go-to. Well, Google actually, yeah, Google really. Excuse me. I had my bleeding antihistamine tablet this morning, for God's sake. Just hanging in there. It's a great part of the... now this is where you're looking down the runway at this point. Don't look at look for your landing position. Let the aircraft just float in and naturally float into the runway. And then it's just that point of flare. I was told that it's 30 feet. When the call out, when 30 comes, a bit of back pressure on the stick, just to let the aircraft flare and sink into the runway. Sound like I know what I'm talking about, don't I? Oh, okay, okay. Xiong Hyung Lee, good afternoon to you, Xiong Hyung, Mr. Lee. Interesting that when we looked at the Korean, the old Korean livery yesterday, amazing, isn't it? Proper old school retro. Beautiful JAL 350, plastic aeroplane. I've got to be honest with you folks, and you know I'm not biased in any way towards any particular product or any particular airline. I call it from the hip, literally, about what I think, but I looked out on the, if you look out on the wing of the Dreamliner, and then look out the wing on the wing of the A350. There's a lot less going on in terms of the panelling on a 350 wing. I'm led to believe that the skin, the carbon panel on the A350 wing is the largest carbon component on any aircraft in the world, and you know, in terms of a vehicle, so to speak. Xingyun Lee, 50 feet we cross that runway threshold. 30 feet start the flare and bring back the thrust levers fully idle by 20. Nice, drop it. Yeah, so you're coming in with climb. Well, in the Airbus anyway, your throttles are still in the climb detent, and then as soon as it says, well, on the Airbus retard, that's your call after the 30-foot flare to pull the thrust levers back and let the aircraft just nicely sink into the runway. Mop Shruddle is a returning member. Welcome back, Mop Shruddle. Now you see the flaperons on the wings there, folks. That's the high and low speed aileron. Of course, the outboard aileron that you can see there, that's being used as a ground spoiler as well. It's got double usage, and the flaperons, as they're otherwise known, in the middle of the wing, or the first third of the wing. Of course, the Airbus doesn't have that flaperon. Wow, she's noisy, man. Listen to that triple going out. Yeah. Wow, that's pretty blooming crazy, that wind, man. I'm telling you. Like that. Now you can see the flaperon moving away, moving on the wing. Look at that. Now that's all induced. That's pilot induced. Literally left and right on the stick. Well, on the yoke, because of course it's a Boeing, so it has a yoke. It's quite interesting during windy approaches. The amount of movements that you see on a Boeing jet it looks far more exaggerated than it does on an Airbus, because obviously the Airbus on the left or the right, depending on who you're looking at, but you're not really seeing the guy moving his arms all over, or woman moving their arm. You're not seeing the pilot move their arm like as much as you would do on a Boeing jet, especially during crosswind landings, where it just looks like literally out of control and crazy. But it's all correct and auto-correct, if you know what I mean, because it's like when you turn left, you're almost correcting it before you've actually turned left, if you know what I mean. That is in a Boeing. On the Airbus, you turn left, you put that feed in, and it stays on that course, which really took me quite some time to get used to. Look forward to flying the Boeing, I've got to be honest with you. Tony Bruce, no 747s with Lufthansa here. Ooh, power up. So as you can see, no flapper on the 350 on the Airbus. It's all about that big aileron at the end of the wing there. But yeah, quite an interesting difference in the wing, the carbon wing on the A350 on the Airbus jet compared to the Boeing. Certainly looks like the paint has never been an issue with the Airbus, whereas they've had obviously many years now of issues with the paint on the Airbus, on the Boeing 787 wing. If you've flown a 787, if you look out on the wing, I can almost guarantee that you will either see bare patches. I've been on Dreamliners, I'm not going to name it the airline, folks, but I have been on Dreamliners where I've looked out on the wing and I can see bare carbon. Obviously, when that comes back to its home base, it will immediately be patched up. And when I say patched up, I mean literally someone, maintenance team worker, going out there on the wing and using a roller. You can see it. You can physically see it if you look out on the wing. Whereas I've never seen that on the A350. It's a lot less busy in terms of panelling and attachments. Somebody asking a great question there, Sean Hagen. Good question there, Sean, about the what's more powerful, reversers or brakes. Well, obviously the reversers only go up to a certain setting. It's either on or off, literally. I mean, you have idle reverse or just I think idle reverse or full reverse. But in terms of these, in terms of the braking systems that they have, if you're at all familiar with how disc brake systems work on a vehicle, on a car or a truck or whatever, the general thing is that you have one disc with 2 or 4 disc pads, which are encased within a caliper, and within that caliper there are 2 pistons that basically push the disc brakes, the pads onto the disc, and thus slowing the vehicle down. Now with these things, this is crazy. Each wheel, so on that aircraft that you're looking at there, it's obviously got 6 sets of brakes, right? But that would be if it only had 1 disc. On each wheel there's around 3 to 4 to 5 or maybe even 6 in some cases actual physical discs, and then the brake pads themselves are also a circular disc pad system. So it's an incredible amount of power, and each disc of pads equals the amount of discs there are in there, and these are obviously, they use exotic materials for the brakes, mainly carbon brakes these days, don't use steel anymore, mainly carbon. Ceramics as well are used in some of the modern, very modern aircraft. So these things are absolutely crazy how powerful they are. So in other words, on each side of that aircraft there is the stopping power. When I say each side, on each wheel there is this more stopping power on that one wheel than probably your most sophisticated, a Formula One car, let's just say that. Probably around about a bit more than a Formula One car in terms of its braking pressure and capability, brake power. And also the Airbus has a very clever, sophisticated system of auto braking as well, which is cool. So great question there from one of our subscribers. Gloria Garrison tuning in from CVG. I've got to think where that is because we've been there, haven't we? Oh, does it? Okay. Where? I've lost it now. Cincinnati. Yes, I went to Cincinnati, didn't I? I drove there from. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, sorry. From Louisville. I drove there from Louisville. All right. Yeah, I know, but she might be in a different place. The airport might be somewhere else. I don't know. Some great questions coming from subscribers today. Jack's Life and Beyond, does the carbon fuselage go through the same pressures and risks? Well, it goes through, because it's a more a single piece, they can actually fly the aircraft at lower altitude. Well, it's not at lower altitude, but the pressure inside the hull is set for like 6,000 feet, whereas the alloy ones are around about 8,000 feet. They do go through the same amount of pressure from the outside, but they withstand more pressure because they're a single component hull rather than the thin skin of a traditional airliner. Oh, slinger on finals, Aidan saying. Oh, there she is, man. Let's get her, shall we? Oh, I should have kind of known that, so I could have got gear down on her. They're just floating in the air there, man. It's great, isn't it? Oh, Sean Hagen. No, they'll ship everything to you if you want to be a what is it, Jilly? Sean Hagen there. If you become an ADS-B supplier on Flight Radar 24, in other words, put up a little tiny antennae on your house, and if did we? No, we didn't. Do you have subscription to Flight Radar? Well, we do, but obviously we have a good relationship with them, so we sort of have a deal. Did you build an antenna or do they ship one? We haven't got one. We're not ADS-B suppliers at the moment. A host, that's it. Yes. Yeah, but that's a good word. That's a good word for it, isn't it? Okay, now look at the rudder on this thing, folks. It's interesting to see the amount of rudder input, which is kind of unusual. You generally don't input rudder on approach or after departure. As soon as you take off, your feet are off the pedals, literally. But I think it's the auto systems that are inputting this rudder feed here. But that's a big, giant split rudder as well. Now watch the outboard ailerons on the A380, folks. They're like piano keys, like somebody. Listen to this. Isn't that amazing, man? Did you see the split ailerons, folks? The wing is so big that they had to split the ailerons into 3 segments. Did you see them floating around there? It's a beautiful piece of componentry controlled by digital feed, so to speak. Fantastic, man. Chester Drawers, lucky enough to fly. Wow, she's going long, man. She's gone long. Rolls-Royce powered. 4 Rolls-Royce Trent 900s. Engine. Jerry Dyer West London tour, what's that all about? Oh yeah, Nick's staying at the HGI, isn't he? He's in room 747 as well, man. Yeah, we saw him at ARD, Aviation Retail Direct, yesterday. Always great going into ARD, man. I'm telling you, it's because first of all you meet a load of people that are great to talk to. Like, you know, that Paul guy that I meet up there. He's flown a Voyager pilot. Yes, sorry, just Paul. That Paul guy. It's listening now. Oh, thanks, mate. I'm just that Paul guy, am I? Okay. Anyway, Paul, he's a Voyager pilot, folks, and he's just a great, you know, it's just great to talk with him, and Mark as well, and everyone who's there. It's just like every time we go there. Steph was there yesterday. Nick was there. We've had all sorts of people up there. Calvin Grant and Paul Skilling was in there yesterday. Whenever it was, picking up his Landor 747. Yeah, but you know, it's always lovely. But also the models. Yeah, I was almost halfway back to base before I found out it was Nick. Excuse me. So my apologies to Nick. I do meet a lot of people, folks, so I do apologise if I forget people's faces and mannerisms and and so on and so forth. So I do apologise if I don't remember. It's me, Jerry. I met you 7 years ago on a bench in Manchester. Okay, right. Don't you remember me? No, hold on, let me have a think. 7 years ago, right, okay. Now let's have a think about 7 hours ago. What? 7 minutes ago, maybe? Blimey, I've forgotten someone's name within literally a couple of sentences. What was his name again, Julie? Chirping bird, CX7 over the channel, 29 minutes out. Oh, we got Cathay Jumbo coming in as well. Oh my goodness me, look at this lovely old Rolls-Royce powered triple. The resonance of the Trent 8, sorry. 777, of course. All Boeings have that wing flapper on. because it's called a flaperon because it's half flap, half aileron. Some fighter jets have elevons, which are pretty cool. Tammy Arrowwood. Tammy is a brand new member. Welcome, Tammy. Nice to have you with us. Yeah, I'm not 10, you know. Make sure you stay nice and warm. Have you got any soup with you? Maybe some. So she left, didn't she? The other slinger, they obviously repaired her. So it wasn't a major issue, but it was a long enough issue where they had to get an AOG specialist involved. AOG meaning aircraft on ground. So so they may have had to have flown a component in, or blagged one from somebody else, or maybe BA had a part. Like could have been anything that was wrong with it. I don't know. Did Roger find out? Oh, Ricey lad, 5 foot. Hey Jerry, brilliant to meet you and Jilly at TP on Tuesday. Hopefully he didn't get too wet. Was that the fella who was on his way out he was in a bit of a hurry, wasn't he? Oh, that's brilliant, mate. Nice to meet you. Very random. He definitely didn't know we were going to be there, Jilly. He definitely didn't know. It was like, you're the last person I expected to see here. It's unbelievable, man, isn't it? The people you bump into. Nice one, Ricey lad. Yeah, crazy, man. And of course, the amazing people of Taipei. Again, that part of the world, people are just so nice and polite and so lovely going out there. To those parts of the world where you just it's constant, you know. What was it I had the other day where oh yeah, that was it I've got to find that because talking about being delayed on an aircraft, here we go, let me have a think. It was Delta. No, it wasn't. It was in Japan. Did Delta fly to Japan? They do, don't they? I'm pretty sure they do. Did Delta fly to Japan? Let me have a think about it. I'm just thinking because I read another story related to that Delta delay story where they left people stranded. Passengers stranded in a parking lot. They had to they had to go and get hotel rooms themselves, scrambling after being held on the aircraft for God knows how long as well. However, there is a story. I want to tell you a story. Of course, all electric braking on the 787. Look, no cables or leads or hydraulic lines or anything, just electronic feed cables that are literally strapped to the legs. Bang! Nicely done, son! Let me just, yeah. Thanks for the vote of confidence, Xiong Lee. That's brilliant. That is fantastic. Oh, mate, Xiong Kyung Lee, when you see me next time, I just told the audience earlier before you came on that today I did another test flight and I flew flawlessly from London Heathrow. All the approach phases went absolutely to plan. Altitude, speed, approach. I kind of no, I'm not gonna. But anyway, landed runway 27 at Schiphol, and it was just absolutely flawless. Got to be honest with you, probably the most comfortable flight I've had yet. So I think I've cracked it. Why do I say that? Why do I say that? Oh. I kind of want to do a show tomorrow night, Julie, just to bloody prove it. I don't know if I can wait till next Friday, man. I think Taipei most definitely will be once a year on the card. Start up. Oh, easy, son. Yeah, anyway, let me tell you, I've got to tell you this. Don't keep putting me off. Hold on. Minneapolis, St. Paul to Rome, that was what that Delta jet was. Now, I read another story, kind of related, not related to this, but as an example of how well you are treated in places like Japan, okay? This is amazing. Well, it's not amazing, but it's just that I think it was Delta, but it was in Japan. It was in Haneda, I think. It was Haneda, or it was either Haneda or Narita. One of those two, where basically the aircraft went tech, and the airport representatives, who were Japanese, for the airline there, went really literally bent over backwards to look after the passengers. Managed to get them all hotels in the airport, in an airport hotel that was in the airport. Okay, minimum amount of inconvenience. Gave them vouchers and gave them compensation and took care of all of that. And the person that wrote the story said, I honestly, in terms of what's happened to me before, because he had previous experiences of cancelled aircraft, etc, etc. Get off the runway, son, get off the runway. You need to turn, mate, you need to turn. Okay, runway's still occupied, runway's still occupied. Still occupied. Okay, you're clear to land. A little bit on the close side, look. I mean, she's well off now, but even so. Now watch the elevators. As they touch down, watch the elevators, fluttering the elevators. Now keep the nose up after the mains have touched down. Keep the nose up using the elevator, just to bring the nose down nice and softly before bang. Because if you don't do that, the thing will just fall to the ground. And you know, front undercarriage, like everything else, it's a component. It goes through wear and tear, and the last thing you want to do is bring a couple of 100 tons down on it. Not that it would be that, would it? Not the nose, but anyway. Bailey's on the feed saying it was great to meet you at the model shop yesterday. Is that a young lad with his mum, or yeah, absolutely brilliant, mate. Keep working up hard at school, and who knows, you could quite easily get yourself in the aviation industry, and there's money to be earned out there, and you can look after your dear old mum when she's a bit older. Mind you, that's not very nice, is it? But no, you know what I mean? I mean, oh, look at this tatty old thing, man. Look at the engine cowls on her. What I'm saying is that, you know, there's great opportunities for the youngsters out there, because these airlines are crying out for pilots. Wasn't it somebody in Taipei that said about the new it's a UAE operator, isn't it? What is it? The purple one, the new operator, Jelly. The purple fuselage. Riyadh, that's it. They're offering, I think, $133,000 for first officers and some crazy amount of money for captains. But if you're a youngster and you're like at an age where you're getting into the aviation sector and into the industry, and if you're doing what I'm doing and getting yourself into the flight simulator, that's why I ask all the kids now, whenever I meet anyone sort of like, even up to sort of like, well, actually I ask everyone, but the kids especially, I say, are you doing any flight simulators? And a lot of them actually say, yes, we are. Oh, look at this beautiful bird, man. Oh, they brought their triple in today. Isn't she gorgeous? Everybody loving that livery, and why not? Now remember, folks, there's a lot of you folks who are either too young to remember, who are new to the aviation sector, new to the channel, haven't seen this aircraft before. But if you look back at Saudi Arabian Airlines at their old livery from like the 1980s, that is the I guess you could say the current livery for Saudi Arabian Airlines, but this livery is the same livery that they wore on the old aircraft, on the old retro jets, and that's why they've introduced this old new livery. Isn't it fantastic? Obviously not all of them have got that blue, that's a special livery that we're seeing there. But yeah, go back and look at Saudi Arabian Airlines. My dad flew for them on the classic 747s, and I'm thinking that maybe when my dad flew with them was in the era of that livery. And it's called a cheat line, by the way, if you're wondering. That line down below on the cabin there, it's a cheat line. That's what's most retro aircraft have. That really defines a retro jet, doesn't it, in a way, a cheat line. Rab's getting to grips with the 350 in the sim. There we go. Well, I tell you what, I think you guys, Xiong Hyung Lee, you must tune in to my next operation. Please do. Please do. Because I can remember saying, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised, didn't I, on the last one, Jilly? Yes, but no, I promise you this time I am going to make sure that I've got all the comments in front of me so I can communicate. However, bear in mind that during the procedures, during the startup, pushback, taxi procedures, once I'm taxiing straight, then obviously I can read comments out. But I do rely on Jilly to feed me with people's comments. But obviously it's coming very thick and fast, and there's a lot of "for God's sake" and "stop him," tell him this, or you know. And all I can hear is it's almost a familiar type now. I'm trying, he won't listen, is the reply that's basically going back to most people. Oh, Paul did like it when I got under the desk and pulled the plug out of the rudder pedals. But I know what that was, by the way, folks. Just quickly, can I just say, the reason for that was because we were on the wrong setting for the aircraft, number one, and then later on it got worse, and my whole throttle box all went mental. Went through all the profiles, went back to the default, and it turns out that it was literally unplug the power lead and plug it back in again. That's how sensitive these bleeding things are, man. It sometimes sends you down a bit of a rabbit hole, doesn't it, in terms of trying to figure something out. So I might be doing one tomorrow night, folks, because I can't wait till next Friday, because I landed my first one today. Oh, that's all right. What time? Okay. Becky Hale, 7:47, 12 minutes out. Thank you, Becky. That's CX7. "500 backseat pilots," Mark Luscombe. Yes, he's right though. Mind you, everybody was shouting, weren't they? Brake, bleeding auto brakes, gotta be at max. And I'm like, no. The bloke on the sim says no. And then as I'm taxiing, I'm trying to remember the video, and then I'm like, actually, I think he might have said select it for landing for low, and therefore it is correct that it's at max or high for departure. So there we go then. So thank you to Avro Arrow as well. Was it Avro Arrow or Rab? It was Rab, wasn't it? It was screaming at me that put the auto brake to max. Done it. Oh, have you? Oh, good on you. Sue's saying, I'll need time to get my parachute refolded. Brilliant. I'm not that bad. Trust me. Trust me. I will replicate what I did today, and I won't. I can assure you that. Still on the runway, still on the runway, still on the runway, still on the runway. Turning now on the high speed exit. Still on the runway though. Yep, he's good. Phil Robson, laminated checklist. To be honest with you, Phil, I don't want to sound like I know everything. Well, I don't, okay? But in terms of the checklist, there is a checklist. When you are doing your 10,000 foot descent profile, when you start your 10,000 foot descent checks or whatever it was, it literally is 4 lines on the checklist on the iPad, that is. But in terms of the aircraft, you know, the start procedures, once the start is done, if you have got anything that isn't right, it will show it on the PFD. So you will get a warning up there. You're always, that's one of those things, places where you look all the time to see whether there's any warnings up there in orange, or in some cases red. But if it was red, it would be sounding the alarm. But in orange, if there's something, you obviously do a takeoff profile check as well. So that's kind of a checklist, and I kind of go through all my, you know, once I've been pushed back, I check my flaps are in the right takeoff setting. Look, stop talking about the sim. Where's that? What are you talking about? Is that on the feed? Oh, okay. Turkish A350 has an auto rotation derotation. Yes, that's right. I actually read about that the other day. The auto derotation feature to lower the nose smoothly. You can just let go of the side stick and it will lower it without smashing. Wow, that's crazy. So once you've flared it at 30 feet, then once you're on the ground, you just let go of the side stick and it will lower it. Wow. So it will also use the elevators to control that descent. Wow, that's amazing. Thanks, Jung Hyung Lee. That's not on the sim, folks. That's on the real aircraft. Ian Snelling, EK31 final approach, and there she is all the way out there. Thank you, Ian Snelling. Now, in terms of approach profiles, let me just bring this mic out a little bit more. It might be a little bit muffled. Hold on a minute. Can't make it up, can you? I couldn't do that if I tried. Anyway, whatever. Okay, is that better? Oh, sorry folks, sorry, that's my bad. Scotty 2, the default 787 isn't bad, Jerry, and has an inbuilt checklist to follow. Cool, the D rate is incorporated and we use the whole runway like IRL. Like IRL. Beautiful ANA triple man. I don't think we've seen one of these since we got back, have we? The ANA jet? Yeah, I don't think we have. I know we did a whole show on Thursday, but wow, that's amazing. That feature on the A350. That's incredible, man. Oh, Shung Hyung Lee saying you miss hundreds of items, but a good start. That's probably, yeah. Wow. That's crazy, man. That's crazy, isn't it? Mind you, can I just say one thing on what's that? What did I do? Oh, isn't that lovely? Oh, that's lovely. Very strict procedures with these guys, folks. Very strict procedures. You're getting an email on Monday morning if you've messed this one up. put your gear down too early, set your aircraft up too early or too late, and then you're getting an email from the management. Well, that pilot won't be getting an email other than a very well done. Man, just think about it, folks. If you've got kids and they're seriously into aviation and wanting to be pilots, get them into aviation, man. It's so accessible these days. It's not like it used to be. When I was a kid, yeah, I think you had to have like a college degree or whatever it was, but you don't have to have that now. You just got to have capability, you know, your mindset, skill, and all that sort of thing. Well, get them into, you know, get them into the whole. Well, if they want to be a pilot, they want to be a pilot anyway. You know, just what I'm saying is, make sure that they work hard and stay supportive of them. Because you could have a kid who's 12 years old now, and in 10 years' time could be earning a six-figure salary out in Dubai, with all their education and not education, all their healthcare and everything taken care of, you know, schooling for kids and all that kind of thing. It's crazy, mate. It's crazy. Go and live there tax-free. Go and have a tax-free living for 10 years, then come home, buy a lovely house and retire, or work for another airline, or work for your national airline, or whatever you might want to do. A change of scenery. But you know, that would be my choice. If I was young now, I'd head to Dubai. Or military, yeah, military, yeah. Military's a good call, yeah. Yes, so what is the, yeah. So you, because you volunteer for that, don't you? So what is the criteria for RAF flight crew compared to the civil aviation sector, where you obviously have to have a certain amount of Susie Q, aviation checklists inspired who to replicate checklists in operating theatres to improve patient safety? Yeah. Okay. Still isn't done seriously after 20 years. Wow. Nice one, Cyril. Steve Owen has gifted a channel membership. Thank you, Steve. That's very kind of you. Thank you to everybody who gifts memberships, by the way, folks. We're very humbled by that whole thing, and it's a very wonderful thing to be able to do. And if you are gifted a channel membership, please do the righteous thing and come in and say thank you to your giftor. If you would please, thank you very much indeed, because it's nice that somebody has gone out of their way to gift you a month's channel membership. So you know, we'll be doing a members only live show from Boston, albeit for one day on Sunday at the end of this month, on the 29th of June. So that lucky member, or you lucky new members who've been gifted channel memberships, it's a lovely thing to have somebody do for you. So just appreciate it's not free, even though it's a very small amount of money. I mean, for what we do in terms of, you know, in terms of what we give back to our members, $4.99 a month is peanuts, really, isn't it? I mean, you know, I could understand it if we were charging like $27.99 a month or something like that. It's a little bit over the top, isn't it? We've never changed the membership structure, by the way. We've changed the membership structure, but we've never increased the price. Yeah, it's been $4.99. Well, $1.99, isn't it? What is it? What is it for premium? Is $1.99, and you know. But yeah, anyway, it's just a lovely thing to be able to do. And there's us gifting for you guys some channel memberships. Have it on us. Gabrielle Crawford is a returning member. Welcome back, Gabrielle. Nice to see you. I mean, don't forget also with the membership thing, and I'm not going to harp on about it, but the membership is only monthly. You know, you're not fixed to any sort of like lasting contract or anything like that. And when you do become a member, you keep your stripes. You retain your stripes as well. So you know you can jump in and jump out. We obviously have thousands of members who've been with us permanently for a number of years now, and we're very humbled to have that great community of young and old. It has to be said. That lady yesterday, she said, didn't she say, Jilly, all he does is watches you on at home on the telly. It's brilliant, mate. It's just it's very humbling when I hear things like that. Steph Bird, look at that. She's gifted 5 channel memberships. Thanks, Steph. That's very kind of you. Stu and the crew, and middle-aged. Yes, and elderly. Stu, everybody from all different ages. Oh, hello. Hello, beautiful. Right, now we're tracking the Air China jet, the 747-8, folks. She's not that far out, I don't think. No more than an hour anyway. Oh, okay, an hour and 25 minutes out. Now we must make sure that when we get her turning on to final approach, that we get the gear down procedure, because she looks beautiful when she's in flight without her gear. Gloria Garrison has gifted a channel membership. Thank you, Gloria. Probably about 500 feet now, I think. Approach speed of around about 150 knots, between 145 and 150 on the big old Queen. This is a 747-8 intercontinental freighter, ladies and gentlemen. Now look at the beautiful classic front end on it. Bloody hell! Land that one then, mate. Flipping heck. Hope he hasn't got a load of China on board. That was flipping insane, wasn't it? Just drilled it. Karina has gifted 5 channel memberships as well. Look at the smoke coming off. Thank you, Karina. slam dunk 747 jumbo. Nick Fishenden has gifted a channel membership. Thank you, Diane78. Oomph. Gillian Sankey. Bosch. Felt that, Rob LHR. Bosch and JB Scooter. Chris Clark. Runway check. Andy Toupay. Wow. Yeah, that was Mark Spinks is a returning member. Welcome back, Mark. Thank you, mate. Good to see you. Don't forget, folks, that we have we're going to be away in Boston, well, Rhode Island and Boston. Now we're staying in a hotel which overlooks an airfield. We are not 100% sure in terms of what we're going to be able to get, but we'll certainly be able to try and do something with you when we get there. Do we get there in daylight, Chile? Yeah. Oh, okay, perfect. So we'll have a good few hours to be able to do run a test and all that. But we very rarely see her nose up, do we? The freighter. But if you look at her now, look at the profile of that jet. Look at the profile of the 747. Now she's a freighter. She's not a passenger jet, which is why she's got that classic front end on her. Which is from the original 747, which interestingly yesterday I was talking with this gentleman who flew with Virgin Atlantic 4 years after they'd started. So he flew the classics with Virgin Atlantic. Great conversation with him. But interestingly enough, when we were talking about the 747, and I was saying how what a remarkable achievement it is and all that kind of thing. Somehow I got onto the subject of it being, of course, originally designed with an upper deck on it. And he was like, what? He literally looked at me like, what do you mean? I said, yeah, look at this. And I showed him the pictures of the original 747 design, and it's a double-decker. Very, very similar looking to an A380, I've got to say. And of course, the reason why they dropped the idea of the double-decker was because they couldn't get the passengers off in time, like they can these days. 90 seconds, I think, is the limit on the A380 that you've got to get everyone off. A minute and a half, man, that's crazy, isn't it? So you've got to get every passenger off that jet in a minute and a half. But basically they couldn't do it. So they scrapped the idea of the double deck. However, the designers turned around and went, whoa, yeah, but hold on a minute, it's a freighter. It's supposed to double up as a freighter. It was originally planned as a military aircraft as well. So the door, the nose that hinges up, the flight deck is up that high in order for the nose to clear, if you see what I mean. So they had to keep the flight deck where it was, and therefore opted to just use that as a fairing. And of course, that 747 classic front end maximizes the amount of space that they've got inside the aircraft to put freight in it. And that is different, obviously, you'll see, than the 747-8 intercontinental passenger jet. Aloha Tarantula has gifted a channel membership. I hope I haven't missed anyone, because I've been waffling on a bit, haven't I? Anna Fishlock has gifted a channel membership. Thank you, Anna. Oh, is he? Rick Rashid is going to the Flight Sim Expo. Now, is Rick Rashid going to the Flight Sim Expo as a result of us showing it, or was he going anyway? That'd be quite interesting to know. Oh, he was going anyway, right, okay. Yeah. But why would he ask that if, oh, I don't know. Yes, brilliant. It's brilliant that we're going, man. Malaysian 350, I think, is it? Hold on, Slee's coming. Oh, excuse me, flipping heck, man. I should have taken another blah blah, shouldn't I? Look at the angle of attack on that thing, man. Okay, so this is the aircraft, like Shung Hyung Lee said, has a flipping heck. Oh, flipping heck, man. Now there it is. Let go of the stick. That is crazy, man. Oh, bloody hell! I've got something to blow my nose with on. I'm not getting a cold, folks. I've just got a bit of hay fever. That's all. I don't need any medication or anything. I did take my antihistamine this morning. Blah blah blah. Might want to cover your ears for a second. Anyway, whatever. There we go. I think that's better. Is that better? Thank you. Thank you, Anna. Thanks, everybody. Korean Airlines in 5 minutes, is that somebody I just saw? Andy Toupé? Okay. It's a SkyTeam livery, is it? Wow. Hey, we might have seen that. We might have seen that out there. I think we saw that out there. I think we did, mate. Hello, Miss friend. I've come to fly with you again. D minor. No, we didn't. Okay. There was, but I think it was a 200, you know. Actually, it might have been United SkyTeam. Oh, okay. Yes. No, that wasn't SkyTeam. I think the SkyTeam triple was the United, the one that started up on the recce day. Unbelievable startup, man. Better than the one from Perth. Better than the one from Perth. Even though the Perth one was probably a little bit closer. It's from me blowing my nose, mate. Excuse me. Oh. That's amazing. That feature. I'm going to keep. I'm going to. Well, I need to get my head really wrapped around the whole. Andy Fishlock has gifted a channel membership. Is that another one, Andy? Thank you, mate. Oh. The fish locks are in the house. Look at that wing, man. The 777 in flight is a beautiful aeroplane, isn't it? Look at the flex on that thing. It's like an angel, in it, with its wings. Look at that, man. That's insane, isn't it? That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Did you timestamp the Qatar landing, GP? Melanie Kelly is a returning member. Welcome back, Melanie. Qatar 380. Oh, didn't you? Really? What are you doing, man? Welcome back, Melanie Kelly. Yeah, no, I know. It's just, I think that's, oh, hello. Ghost Aeroplane tonight on Channel 4. Is that DAT? Is that DAT? It's a Max, isn't it? Look at that. All white Max. Is it a Max? No, it's not. No, it's not. I think it's a pre-Max. Oh, it is a Max. Sorry. It's a Max 8. Wow. Who's it? Who is it? Lewis Cruz. Welcome to Big Jet TV. All these new members. Wow. Welcome everybody. Hope you're doing well. If you're unfamiliar with Big Jet TV, we're on twice a week. However, we will be announcing something about a third show. Well, actually, I say a third show. It will actually be a fourth show, won't it? Because we got the Sim Challenge every Friday, and or Friday night show. General discussion, all that kind of thing. Might be bringing a few of those back. You know, maybe skip the Sim Challenge one week and go and just do a show from the studio, something like that. But we're also possibly looking at an extra show during the week, during the winter months, coming this winter 2025. John Palmer. John Palmer has gifted 5 channel memberships. Thanks, John. Very kind of you. 'Tis a wonderful thing to do, so it is. Oh yeah, look at this. Nailed that one, hasn't he? Wow. In these conditions, that's a pretty damn sweet landing. Did you say something about the pilot of this aircraft is a friend of Shunkyung Lee or something like that, or they know each other or something? Did I hear that right? Andy Gee has sent 5 channel memberships. Andy, we got your aircraft crossing to runway. Shame you were on the right side, but I could see anyway. And thank you, sir. Very kind of you. Ooh, Bob Shalvoy, not worthy of VAR, I don't think, because it's too slow anyway. It was a very beautifully timed execution of landing. I'm sure that Mr. Hyun, there's my girl, he was saying. Oh, Shung Hyun Lee, that captain trained me up. Bloody hell, that's fantastic, isn't it? Well, you've got to get that off to him, haven't you? That is brilliant, mate. That captain trained him up. How about that? Well, he taught you well, mate, didn't he, eh? He taught him all his little shortcuts maybe, and sort of like, you know, the best way to execute this and the best way to do that. It's fantastic, isn't it? Wow, train him up as well, man. That's I'm guessing that is coming from another type, is it? When he trained you up? Is. Hold on a minute. He's tuning in from Grimsby. I thought we caught him going across the runway. Oh, that was Neil Guy. Sorry, Andy. It was Neil Guy, not Andy, because I was. Oh, mate, sorry, Andy. There we go. He's tuning in from Grimsby. It was Neil Guy, wasn't it? Mind that. Yeah, we need to get this. Yeah, that's one thing we need to do after the show, mate. Is get this whole VAR thing seriously, like, you know, because it's me. It's not you. It's me. Yeah, I know, man. I know. So be on alert then, Julie, from now until the end of the show. Yeah. Because he's right, you know, really. No, don't. Yeah, I know, but you know, it's not you, it's me, mate. It's me. I need to be more on alert. Blood Flame Raptor is off. He's off. D-Bash has gifted 5 channel memberships. Thank you, D-Bash. What's this Blood Flame Raptor? What's that? What's something else? Oh, nice. Another Turkish jet. Beautiful. Oh, what's his problem, mate? Oh, okay. Ah, okay. Have a Jerry rant about Jerry. I do beat myself up every now and then though, folks. Okay. Shunkyung Lee, watch the next Finnair A350-900 for the auto D rotation. Well, I did watch the auto derotation on the Iberia jet, was it, that just came in? Which one was it that just came in? Or was it the Malaysia? I don't know. But we will watch for it now. I watched it on the last one. Watch how the elevators just hold the position very steady compared to manual input. Ah, okay, because they flap a little bit, don't they, if it's a manual input? Well, they tend to flap, basically, yeah, is what I've noticed anyway. BA almost looks like strings holding the rear landing gear. What, eh? Yeah, but I should have called VAR on the 380, mate. On the Cathay 380, that was worthy. That was Bosch worthy. You see, went for the flare there, man, and then it just sort of like, you get that almost sort of like a ground effect where the aircraft just doesn't want to sink, and you sort of like, yeah. CG Health miles high, diesel 13 Air China 747, 1 hour out. So be ready for your to open your flight radar apps. Mind you, anyone who's watching that is on flight radar will have their flight radar app open now, and probably also have the aircraft already highlighted. Like, for instance, Diesel 13 and well, we get a lot of people on here who are constantly giving us feedback on aircraft that are arriving and departing, and as well as other news stuff. It's great that we have so many people who've got their ear to the ground and reading the global news about aviation. Some crap stuff, obviously. We unfortunately you don't call it fake media, but the sort of like, you know, the people reporting stuff that don't know anything, they're just making it up for clickbait and all that. It's a bit of a shame that that does tend to happen quite a lot in this industry. You know, have you heard about the new 12-engined Airbus? It's coming out next year. Or where'd you read that, mate? Oh yeah, yeah. Dimitri Spirou, another hour for the 747 Air China, apparently carrying delegates on it. So we don't know whether it's I can't imagine that they would fly half passenger and half delegation unless maybe the top deck of the aircraft has been reserved for the delegates, maybe in the because there's certainly enough room up there, isn't there? Hey. Chester Drawers, is the old Terminal 1 building used for anything? No. There was talk about bringing Terminal 1 back into effect. That ramp that when we drove through the other day, I think it was yesterday, wasn't it? When we drove through Heathrow. Oh, nice 737. I like a 737, mate. I like it. Max is a good jet. Look at this. How squatty she is. 727 front end on it, look. .707 as well. How quiet that is, man. Very, very shallow undercarriage. I think that's why they have quite a high approach speed, about 5 knots faster than the Airbus, I believe. Oh, look at that! How cool is that? Dimitri, yes, we are looking to plan something early morning. More so towards in the winter time though, because the days are shorter and therefore the sun rises a lot later than in the summer. In the summer here, like 4 o'clock in the morning, and it's bleeding light outside. Thomas, I remember T2 getting rebuilt. Well, I remember that Terminal 2 was rebuilt, but wasn't it done for the Olympics or something like that? I seem to recall. There was a terminal building that was interesting. He's right, you know. He's right, isn't he? GP. Hodgie. 725 for the Cathay 747 going out. 825 for Air China. Maybe Courtyard for that. Yeah, so we'd finish off here about what, on the 4 hour mark, innit? What's that? Yeah, and then have a quick break and then come back on for it. I think that would probably be. In fact, what I might do is I might go over to Courtyard and have dinner over there. Set everything up, go inside, have a quick snack. Blah blah blah. Mind you, I've got a sandwich, so John Grinham, great landings on 27 left. East Midlands Airport, I think, Joanna B, is what Rab H is talking about there. Okay, he's answered that, maybe, yeah. Thomas Norg 224 recently watched an episode of some show that's Heathrow's Britain's busiest airport, isn't it? Saw that you were on one of them. Yes, we've been on it a couple of times, haven't we? On Britain's busiest airport. Once for the Qatar special livery, and another time when we were in the paddock, wasn't it? For Storm Eunice. Here's a ploughman's sandwich. It's just safe, innit? It's just safe. G Bravo Oscar Alpha Bravo. What's that, GP? Oh yeah, Chip has Virgin Jumbo retirement as well. Yeah, so there's 3. Yeah, it will. That's a good point, mate. That's a good point. Grab it from the van at the Renaissance. What I'll do is I'll have a look and see, because it's quite blowy, Jilly. So people ain't going to be sitting out there all in t-shirts and all that, because it's blowy, isn't it? So that'll be a nah, that ain't going to happen. That ain't going to happen, is it? I doubt very much. go and check it out. Go and check it out, you know. Have a look. If we stop at Fried Chicken Man asking for a recommendation for a decent set of headphones for the long haul traveller. My old in-ear ones have had it. Oh, okay, my old in-ear ones. Well, the ones that I use are absolutely fantastic. They've got 3 settings for one full noise cancelling setting on it, which is just quite remarkable when you select it. It's sometimes you feel like you've gone deaf in a funny sort of way. It is amazing how it blocks out screaming babies and everything else, people snoring, and on an overnight flight you do get people snoring, don't you, man? It's amazing. Like proper snorers as well. It's like, mate, really? I'd do something about that, you know. I couldn't, if I knew that I snored that badly, I could not sleep on a plane, knowing that I'm going to be getting everybody's back up. But not just a decent set of headphones. Which ones are they? They are the, let me have a look here. Yeah, they got a B on them. Soundcore Q30. Soundcore Q30 is the headset that I use when I'm flying. I think if you search that, it should come up. Soundcore, C-O-R-E, and Quebec 30. Jill Blakely, Concorde is so beautiful, isn't it? Dominic Schneeberger. Her name is Karina. Okay. In Endeavour, Caroline Heggie. Prequel to Morse. Oh, okay, I'm with you now. Yeah, got you now. Okay, what I need to do is, okay, this is what Shung Hyun Lee wanted, wasn't it? Now watch the elevators. As soon as the main gear touches, he literally, or she, will let go, or hands off. It's amazing, isn't it? Once the main gear have touched the ground, the aircraft will literally take over in terms of lowering the nose by using the elevators. Watch this. It will keep them at a steady angle. Here we go. That's pilot at the moment, now, there, let go. Look at that, look at that. Oh wow, that's automation, man. Isn't that incredible? And then once you've let go, that's it. You don't have to do anything else. You're steering it with your feet, with the rudder pedals. Oh man, that's amazing. Yeah, Screaming Emu, he's right. AirPod Pro are the best in terms of noise cancellation, in terms of the in-ear ones. I'm not a big fan of them because they kind of give me an odd, because they're so good. I can't use them as a headset, like a Bluetooth headset with just one in. I could only use AirPods with both in if I'm either listening to music or, like you say, the good thing about AirPods is that if you want to sleep on your side or on your or I mean, you obviously can't wear them in bed, or if you're lucky enough to have a lay down suite in an aircraft, then AirPods are obviously always going to be better because they're low profile, whereas the headset is quite a bulbous thing, isn't it? It's a big thing that's sort of like cutting into your head if you lie on it. So I don't know. But anyway, I seem to get on all right with mine. So that feature on the 350, is that something that they are looking to, because I'm guessing that would be software related, wouldn't it? Because, you know, the feed that goes back to the elevator is through the side stick. So if they're able to, oh, you see there, that was a little bit heavy, that was. So that's the difference between having that, you know, automated system compared to that manual system that pilot just used. Magazine 2 uses Soundcore 2, excellent headphones, there we go. Brett Myerscough, Big Jet TV has played a massive part in my recovery. Wow, I know where you come from. Okay, so Cathy Collis as well. So yeah, well, we've all helped each other out, haven't we? I mean, we all got through COVID together, didn't we? We were live throughout the entire lockdown process. I don't know if you're aware, folks, but we were live every day for non-stop for, was it 60 odd days or something, or 58 days or something? But yeah, we all kept each other sane, literally, with daily shows. Whether it was whatever we were doing, playing stuff out, having a quiz, me having a rant in the garden, running up the road to catch a plane. Do you remember that? Ran up to the train station to catch I think it was one of the jumbos, wasn't it? Was it one of the, no, it was a 340, wasn't it? It was a 340. Daniel Peters, very kind of you to come in and say thank you for the membership. We do get a lot of people who back-to-back 380s there. Look. A lot of people who stay on after their gifted membership, which is a wonderful thing, because they find that it's a great place to be, whether you chat and comment or not. But Daniel Peters, there you go. Usually watch on TV, so doesn't get involved in the chat, sits back, watches it and enjoys it, and that is fantastic. Not everybody gets involved in the chat. It's quite evident that a lot of people like to sit back and watch and listen. Some people with it on in the background, other people trying to get to sleep, to my dulcet tones, putting them to sleep. Tonight we're going to be doing aeroplanes live from London Heathrow, and now I will eat a sandwich. Oh no, I won't, not until this one comes. Nice, 330 Neo, isn't it? It's a Neo, isn't it? Yeah. Trent 7000 engine. random James Fisher subscriber, 777 has the greatest takeoff sound ever. You're probably right, mate, to be honest with you. There's one going out there, look. Unmistakable sound of the 777. Well, the GE90 anyway. The General Electric powered 777, even the 777 with the Rolls-Royce engines are absolutely immense as well, and the Pratt & Whitney PW4000. All three of them just sound fantastic, especially the old Pratts, because the Pratts are screamers, aren't they? It's another 330. Looks a bit like a ski jumper, doesn't it? And it's a Neo as well. Nice howl from a set of Pratt & Whitneys over there, howling away over on 27 right. MJH350, fantastic passenger experience on Virgin's 339s. Yeah, done it. We've done it. And Virgin in general, you normally have a great passenger experience. I always do. And you know, if you ask and want to go up front after the flight, pilots are always very happy to show you around the flight deck. Always. I've never met, and that I have to be honest with you, it goes for BA as well. I've never had a crew that have said no, we can't, we're too busy or anything like that. They're always willing to accommodate you. Obviously, when you get to the destination, not before you're leaving. I have had a couple of instances where the pilots have asked me to come and got me. The cabin crew have asked me to go up to the front of the plane before so they can say hello and all that. But most of the time, it's after the flight. I pop down there and say hello to the crew. They sometimes are aware that I'm on the plane and come and say hello during the flight as well. But yeah, it's always a great experience with the Virgin and BA crews. Of course, not the case with. Obviously, I have a great experience with the cabin experience or the passenger experience with the other operators that I've flown with. Some better than others. The Eastern carriers are particularly good as well, you know. Japan Airlines, the Singapore's, the Korean airline. I haven't flown with Korean, but I have no doubt that they're good. We've flown with Eva Air, believe it or not. That's brilliant, isn't it? And that was great service with Eva Air. Barry Walters is a new member. Welcome, Barry. Ian Snelling, A300 on finals. Oh, nice. I've got it. Now, I'm going to cut away from this jet. I'll probably do a go around 9 Mile Up. But look at this, folks. Now, this is a very old aeroplane. This aeroplane was the first twin-engined wide-body jet to enter service before the 777. It was Airbus's first foray into the commercial aviation sector before the A320, or 319 at first. No, it was 320 first and then 319, wasn't it? And then the 321. But this is the A300, which started the whole twin-engined long-haul revolution. Look at the old wing on it, man. Wow, this one doesn't even have any. Oh, yes, she does. Look at the tiny little winglets on her. VAR GP. 31 years old lowlander, man, that's crazy. That's before, wow, that's around about the time that the, yeah. Okay, Nigel Gale, China 747-8, passing Amsterdam, 36 minutes out. Okay, stand by for VAR. Okay, GP, run VAR. Stewart and the crew, all those handle with care parcels have had it. Somebody's Big Jet TV t-shirts are on that, Steph Bird. Very possibly. They do come in on DHL. Right, I'm going to blow my nose now, and then I'm going to tuck into Asani. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to stand by, folks. Just going to unhook the mic and put it up on the stalk here, so that I can eat me sandwich without you hearing me doing the business. Oh mate, is it through the other one? Is it? It's in there, isn't it?
747 is now crossing the channel. We are looking out for Charlie Alpha 937. Charlie Alpha 937, folks. If you search in your search bar on Flight Radar 24, if you select CA937, it'll bring up an Air China 747-8 intercontinental passenger aircraft on its way in from Beijing, currently at 36,000 feet. At top of, I would have said at top of descent, probably around about now. Probably going to be starting to descend now. 432 knots currently. Excuse me. But we're going to be tracking her. Well, I am. We understand that it is being used. It's been put on because of it is also carrying Chinese diplomats, we believe, for a meeting with the Americans in London this week, I believe. And I'm only speculating that it is the the top deck that will be probably reserved for those delegates, potentially. Excuse me. Still at 36,000 feet. Oh, look at this turn. Do want to do is that's catch her when she turns on finals. Wow, she's at number one already. She's still at 36,000 feet. 26 minutes out. We didn't even need to do the top 10 for crying out loud. I was just about to do my Poppygas thing. Another max. This is a lot. flight spoilers activating there as well on the final moments of descent, just acting as working alongside the ailerons, so to speak, to reduce twist in the wing. Okay, she's now descending 35,000 feet, still 426 knots, 28 minutes out. 26, oh no, 26 minutes out. No, it said 27 a minute ago, now it's 28. The Irishman, where is he? Yeah, generally we've got all sizes in the store, as far as I'm aware. We can't add any more sizes, folks. We're not able to. We don't basically control that part of it. Andy Gee, do they act as a kind of air brake? Well, they will use them as speed brakes during the descent. But in windy conditions, you generally tend to see both on the Boeing and on the Airbus, you see the speed brakes, or as they are there, ground spoilers. They basically have a number of different uses. Ground spoilers to spoil the air flow over the wing and to maximise the push of the wing. Oh no, here we go. Also, to control the flight, keep the aircraft, you'll see them just activating over the wing. Sometimes it's more evident there, you can see them just moving. Watch this, watch this. Okay, now let go, let go, let go. Oh wow, yeah, you can see it, man. Yes, it does it in stages, doesn't it? You can see the elevators being controlled by computer, man. That's insane. Parents on the 747 now, 30,000 feet. Okay, I'm going to go back onto this mic now. Donaldson 350 thing of beauty. It is, isn't it? Where's that gone? Where's that gone? Where's that? Oh mate, where's me? Oh, there it is. Okay, we've got a prop in next. No, never did do that, did I? Well, actually, you know why we didn't, Jilly? Because yes, so they would be able to do it now. They were. I reckon we should try it. Andy Gee, hydraulic or servo acted. Very likely to be electrical servos, wouldn't it be? Mind you, no, I think they're still hydraulically powered. Maybe electrical feed to the hydraulic pumps. That no, it would be hydraulic lines, wouldn't it? With the elevators, I would have thought. What did we say?
wind now, man. That's quite harsh, you know. I think the other jackets gonna have to go on. Yeah, the flaps are electrical systems, aren't they? I think electrical winders that they use for the flaps. But for the flight surfaces, they are hydraulically powered. Easy, easy, easy! Easy! Hey, go on, son! Okay, VAR, GP. Total VAR on that one, man. Screaming Emu, control surfaces are hydraulic, but most spoilers are electric. Oh, okay, the spoilers are electric. Thanks, Screaming Emu. Yeah. Approach. No. .747, now just off the coast of England. (22,500 feet). Etihad 380 hour out. Head down to Specsavers or something. Oh, screaming Amy, isn't it? I don't use the term turbulence in an announcement because of fearful flyers. Isn't that a nice thing to be? He says bumps, happy little bumps. Had some severe turbulence coming into the UK last week, I think. Of course,
reports, as per, they had apparently people had no warning of turbulence. It just suddenly happened. There was a woman in the toilet with her kid, and she was quite badly injured, as well as the kid as well. And a couple of other people apparently heard the you should always wear your seatbelt, man. But in the event of something happening that quickly, it's just very unlucky, isn't it? You know, but generally, well, I have had a couple of instances where it has been sudden, and because normally you get a little bit of like a warning in a funny sort of way, don't you? You know, you get that rumble, that sort of like little bit of a feel as it starts to hit the outward part of the turbulent air. But sometimes you just hit this clear air turbulence and bang! It's him. Talking to him. Is now north of Southend-on-Sea in the United Kingdom. 15,400 feet, 307 knots now. Controlling that descent nicely. Looks like she's coming straight in as well. No messing about. I don't think she's going to be put into any hold. If she did, it would be the Lambourne hold. Doing the Lambourne walk. Oi! Lambeth Walk is the name of it. Altitude that you see on your flight radar 24 is what's known as the barometric altitude. So that's not taking into consideration the barrow at the airfield. So you might have 1,000 feet to come off of that. Oh, is there walks and walk? Oh. Yeah, but I call it the Lambourne walk. Hello, Governor, how are you? Sorry. South of Chelmsford, 13,000 feet, 267 knots now. We're looking out for CA937, folks. She's number one. I still think she's number one on flight radar. Look at that profile. Empennage on it. I call it the XWB because it actually isn't perfectly round. It's more, it has a little, sort of like a straight edge to the side of the fuselage, kind of a bit like old Lancaster bomber fuselage if you look at its head-on profile in its different compartments. 12,500. Yeah, the jacket's got to go on here. See the way the elevators flap there, unlike it. Right, I've got to put the other jacket on this. This is just relentless. relentless. It's non-stop, this wind. Straight mush and all. I hope this is going to behave itself. Right, here we go. Yes. Straight on, son. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, so that's a bit of a windbreaker I've got on now. Oh, and it worked. Only joking. Oh, where's the mic? Zip is up. All good there, that's all good, lovely jubbly. Oh, for crying out loud, mate. The headset's just gone flying, isn't it? Of course, you wouldn't know that because you're on the floor now. 10,000 feet, 10,000 foot checks. I think she's still, don't think she'd be 230 knots. Probably could go flat one, I guess. Could they go flat one yet? Ooh. Right, let's put that over there. You copy, Jilly? Okay. I had no idea there was a Lambourne walk and a Lambourne waltz. Well, the Lambourne walk is the one that goes do 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 do. Yeah. I don't know what the other one is. Anyway, okay, right. So we're tracking her in, folks. She's still number one, GP. Look how short the 787-8 is compared to the 10, man. Obviously, but it's a long old bird, isn't it, the 10? My favourite variant of the 787, which the bloke thought from the Telegraph obviously didn't listen properly and said that it was my favourite aircraft. There we go, that's better. Right. Push that back there like that. Hold that round there like that. That's it, there we go. Okay. Can you all hear me okay? Just getting me my head covered up because it's quite breezy up here on the top of the Hilton Garden Inn. Listen to that. It's like relentless. Is it? I know I keep saying it, but is it noticeable on the on the feed, the wind noise, or how well is this? How well is the? Oh, okay. Wow, that's good though. Is it? Okay, that's cool. Another testament to the microphone that we use, but not just that, but the importance of using a what is commonly known as a dead cat, which is a bit unfortunate. Yeah, mate, well done. Bosh. Oh, I tell you what, that was a little bit out of SOP. 8,000 feet, 210 knots. Oh, sometimes wish I was a policeman, man. I'd pull those bikes up, mate. Oh, wow, look at the heron. Find one of the local ponds somewhere. Lots of lakes and rivers and dikes and stuff around here, folks. Okay. Yeah, reservoirs, yeah. Okay, she has turned 090. That's quite a tight turn. Now she's going to turn 180. Here she comes. Here comes the turn now. 180. It's doing a sort of like a chicane. A little bit of chicanery now. You see. Ironic that they're saying that though, Jilly, because we were considering doing one, weren't we? Oh, the other end. Yeah, the western, yeah. Well, it's only used for specific operations, isn't it? Okay, so into the final sector now, approaching from the north, and there she is. I think that's her there. Indeed it is. And she will be soon turning 270 down to 5,400 feet. I've lost her momentarily. There she is. Is that her or is that the triple? No, that's the jumbo, isn't it? Here she comes, 270 now. So now you'll see the difference between this one, and she's about 10 miles out now, still not fully on 270. She'll be turning 270 very shortly, and then she'll be doing her final landing checks, going to whatever final flap setting it is. Wires? Oh, of course I have. Still tracking. Probably about 250. Any moment now she'll hit the localizer. About 10 miles out now. Here comes the turn. Just over Greenwich, probably. Oh, that's funny. We momentarily lost her from number one, and now she's back to number one. Here we go for final flap settings. Landing lights are on. Gear may come down early because they might want to scrub a little bit of speed off, get that nice easy free drag. Of course, the 747's got the bogey gear as well as the wing gear, so body gear and wing gear. Body gear is has a rear steer mechanism on it as well, and of course a lot of the 787 technology was carried across to the 747-8. Especially the Gen X engines. Don't lose focus now, son. Don't lose focus now. Those bloody lights, mate. Those lights, sometimes they play havoc. Gear is down now. See how quick that extends. Oh, bloody hell, man. Should have got manual on it, shouldn't I? Those lights are so intense. Got her now. She's locked on. It's a big aeroplane, this, folks. There's a lot of places out London way where you can, like somebody saying they're Putney, that's great. Battersea is fantastic where they turn on. Greenwich, you know, but definitely Hammersmith as well is another a great place to watch them cook. But yeah, if you ever get yourself down to Battersea Power Station, watch them coming in from there, man. I'm going to grab this 350 because we can come back to the jumbo. Stand by. She's a beautiful aeroplane, this one. I haven't seen one since we got back from Taipei, I don't think. It's Screaming Emu's favourite livery as well, isn't it? The old Fallopian Tube Express. How unfortunate. Yeah. Yeah, that is. It's a great system. They keep going on about that until I wear myself out on it. Susie Q used to live in Battersea. Planes were 5:45 a.m. wake up call. Yeah, with a window open. Yeah, man. Absolutely right.
was kind of crazy, wasn't it? Pilot went to put it down extremely smoothly, but kind of missed it because it got a little bit of an updraft and had to sort of, like, in a funny sort of way, not force it down, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of weight there, isn't there? So it's gonna come down, but it was a little bit sort of like, oh, well, that didn't quite work. Right, okay, option 2. It was a bit of a float, Aaron Thomas. Yeah, seriously smooth though, man. Seriously smooth. Thomas Cleary. Well, Thomas, we believe that she is carrying paying passengers, but also has a delegation on board of Chinese government officials. Now that's interesting. That's interesting. She's sitting there on the runway. She's turning now. I'm surprised she's turning right, to be honest with you. I'm surprised she's turning right because that would normally be a left exit. Unless they're going to gate it. Maybe they're going to gate it at T5 or something. Yeah, but it would normally go T4, wouldn't it? Oh, is it? No, isn't it? T3, is it? Wow. But they haven't got space in the... Where it... It's down the other end, isn't it? It's where the... Yeah, if it's in the cul-de-sac, they're not putting that in the cul-de-sac, mate. That won't fit. Jonathan Smith saying they only have 2 of them used by Xi Jinping for foreign travel. Okay. But yeah, this is operating under the scheduled flight number, isn't it? Which would normally be a 777. It's not like they've got the 777 and that today. So basically all the people that were expecting to fly on the 777 today have turned up and they found out that they're on a jumbo. It's like, wow! I bet there's a lot of very happy people that flew on that aeroplane today. Go to T2, yeah. Chipaz saying he's got follow me Rangers. Interesting. Well, obviously, because that's not the usual crew of the 777 who are familiar with the Heathrow layout. And not only that, but these guys have just placed big orders, haven't they? Vietnam. Gate 33 T2. Gate 33 T2. Well, they won't fit. It's got to be, in that case, if that's the case, that it's either got to be, what they say, Gate 32 T2. Is that one of those eastern facing gates? It's just a Okay, gate 32 D2. Okay, I think. Hold on. Okay, gate 32 is right on the end there, mate. It's right on the end there. I think that's gate 32 there. Keep an eye out for that, because that means she's going to come up this side and park there, and when we go over the other side, we'll be able to see her at gate. I think it's just roughly figuring it out based on the map that I've just looked up. I think she's going to gate there. You see any of the gate numbers there? Roger would know, wouldn't he? I'm pretty sure it's going to be that one right on the end there. Because that one reaches, it's got a long walkway on it, hasn't it? Let me just double check here. It is that one, isn't it? Yeah, it is that far end. Terminal 2B, that is. And it's gate 32, Terminal 2B, isn't it? Oh, did he say 33, did he? Oh, okay, well, obviously that's next to it, isn't it? Oh, okay. Then she's not going to be in our sight here. She's going to be we're going to see her tail. We'll see her tail. No, it's this end. It's this side. Nowhere near the cul-de-sac. Yeah. 2B. Look at T-Boo. T-Boo. 2B. Yeah, just type in 30. Gate 32. 2B. Okay. Oh, float it. Be by the Qantas. It's going to be like, but it ain't now because the Qantas is pushing back, not pushing back, but being pushed back and towed to gate for her departure this evening. This little, Trackie 08, yes, the one, not the one at the end, the one that's in from it. Legend Freddie Laker. Blustery conditions have indeed resulted in some interesting touchdowns. There are obviously pockets of wind as well. Right now is nothing. It's completely dropped. It was continuous. It's a little bit variable now, right now, but that will probably change, I'd imagine. Nice 777 behind me as well. Yes, Screaming Emu saying about the E2 looking like it's I call it a pregnant fish in a funny. It's a bit like a stickleback, isn't it? The old E2. Not from that angle, but from head on. It's a nice triple approach. Look at this, isn't it a beautiful bird? Tracy 08, so basically her nose will be facing us. Yes. Is it Tracy? Sorry. Did I say? I said Trackie. Oh, sorry, Trake. Sorry. I said the previous time I said Trackie, and then I've just said Tracy. So my apology, Trackie. Yeah. Oh, did I? Okay. Microsoft Flight Sim charts came in handy, Trackie saying. Awesome. find China Southern will change their livery now, aren't they? It's going to go viral. Yeah, the logo. Yeah. Or try and modify it in some way. I know what Screaming Amy's saying. You can't unsee it once you've seen it. Lovely old triple, man. BA's got some seriously old triples in their fleet. What? It's that big yaw, isn't it? When you touch down, you want to get that nose down, get yourself off the stick, and just let it roll out. Centre line it. Ian Riley. It all depends, really. Depends on the aircraft size. You know, as low as sort of like 140 knots up to 160 knots, depending on the aircraft type, size, weight, runway length, etc., conditions. All of that stuff is speed is obviously maintained. The pilots are fully aware of their normal standard operating procedures in terms of the aircraft's approach and landing speed. Richard the roadie, you said that the 747 wouldn't go into the cul-de-sac. I don't think it will. It's too big, isn't it? It's just about right for the... here she comes now. There she is now. Parking up. I think she's holding for the big route, who's being towed to gate. Going into that far gate, I wonder. She's gone too far to turn there. She is going to hit that big gate there, I think. That I mentioned, I think. That is the one right at the end. She's come too far now to be able to turn. See how far out that jet bridge goes. Turning now. Here we go. Oh, okay, maybe I was just a little bit out in my distances. What's going on here then? Why have they switched the operations to the northern? It's just one, is it? Okay. Oh, okay. The video I sent you a while ago. One World 747 pushing back from the cul-de-sac. Okay. Just didn't look like there was enough room in there. take a break? Shall we take a break and head over the other side then, Julie? Right, okay. What we're going to do, folks, is, mind you, can we road trip it? Can we road trip it? I don't know. I've got too much equipment to carry, really. Oh no, saying that. Put that on there, carry that, pick that up. Put that there, do that, carry that. We could road trip it. No, we're not going to road trip it. I'm just thinking of the logistics of it, especially over at the hill, at the courtyard. So what we're going to do, folks, is we are going to hang around for the departure of those 747s. We've got the Cathay going at 7 something, and not long after that the China jet as well. So I'm going to basically break everything down, head over there, whether we're going to do it from the courtyard or from the Renaissance. I like the idea of courtyard because she'll line up right in front of us and it'll be a pretty spectacular sight. So stick around, don't go too far, keep your notifications on, and we'll be back with you within the hour, I would have said. Well, maybe I'm going to get something to eat over there. I don't know. Maybe not. I've had my sandwich, so I'm kind of all right at the moment. So yeah, give it like up to an hour. We'll see you in a bit. Cheers. Okay. G'day.